I am Mario Banuelos, president of the Rotary Club of Morgan Hill, and it is my honor to present our club's Philanthropist of the Year, Chris Foster.
I'm Steve Tate, and I'm president of Leadership Morgan Hill, and it is my pleasure to introduce Leadership's 2023 Philanthropist of the Year, Chris Foster.
Now, I could say a lot of really nice things about Chris, but I'm going to tell you about his biggest weakness, which is the inability to say no to anybody, which counts in our favor. Chris is one of those people that would give anything to anybody if they just ask. And even if they don't ask, he'll still go and help them. Chris, you deserve this. We appreciate all that you do for the Rotary Club of Morgan Hill, Leadership Morgan Hill, and the community at large. They couldn't give it to a better person. Thank you.
You are familiar with Leadership Morgan Hill. In fact, many of you are graduates. But briefly, it's a 9-month program that immerses you in everything Morgan Hill. You'll just understand everything about how to get things done. You'll make connections, and it'll effectively make you more effective in your role as either a nonprofit volunteer or in your job. So we encourage everybody to sign up and go through the program. It really will benefit you, and you will possibly or probably become a member of the best class ever. Had Chris Foster on our board for the last 6 years. He is phenomenal. He has coordinated classes, the annual trip to Sacramento, and he's done the recent local history day, and that's all on top of his committee obligation as head of our IT, which is a huge job. And I'd say he's head of our IT committee, but really he is our IT committee. He's phenomenal. He addresses problems as opportunities and challenges that he can solve, and he does. It's just been so great having him on the board. Congratulations.
Hi, I'm Chris Foster. I want to thank Leadership Morgan Hill for giving me the opportunity to be part of the class of 2013. And from there, they inspired me to become part of my community more than I could ever imagine. Thank you, Rotary Club of Morgan Hill, additional community service, and to be a leader. It is an honor to be a leader amongst leaders. To have the opportunity to take my eyes off of myself and provide service to others has been life-changing. Speaking of family, thank you, Mom and Dad, and my brother Dell, for being the examples that they are, for being community leaders, lifelong leaders in this community. And thank you for the support that you give me and allow me to be the leader that I can be in this community. Thank you.
Good morning, Cecilia Ponzini here with the Edward Boss Prada Foundation. And with us today we have President Gary Ponzini, CFO John Horner, Board Member Betty Beach. We have selected the Morgan Hill Rotary Club because they have helped us for years. They actually purchased this wonderful building for us, for our families. It's full of coats and shoes inside. And Morgan Hill Rotary, it not only fulfills Morgan Hill with their wonderful work, they are throughout the world.
Hi, I'm Don Larkin. I'm the Director of Service Projects for the Rotary Club of Morgan Hill. And on behalf of the club, I'd like to thank Cecilia and the Edward Boss Prado Foundation for this honor.
Hello, my name is Marilyn Liebers. I am a member of Rotary for many years, and I'm also a City Council member for Morgan Hill. I'd like to thank Cecilia and the Edward Boss Foundation for giving us this great honor of being the Philanthropist of the Year.
Hi, I'm Dave Allen, Chair of the Rotary Club's Grant Committee. I would like to thank Cecilia and the Edward Boss Prado Foundation for their recognition of Rotary and for all the great work they do. They share a model of Rotary, service above self, and we couldn't be more pleased to support the Edward Boss Foundation.
Thank you, Edward Boss Prado Foundation!
Hello, my name's Kathy Devine. I'm with the Morgan Hill Historical Society, and our nominee for the Philanthropy Award this year is Margaret Rodriguez, who happens to have created and run the living history field trips for 3rd and 4th graders here at Villa Miramonte. So how did you get started, Margaret?
In 2010, when I retired, Larita Bonfanti Johnson asked me to meet with Jennifer Tate with my 2 grandkids, I was babysitting them, to talk about the possibility of having field trips here. And my little grandkids are not quiet. They said that it should be hands-on and active. So that's how we started. I then went and found the core curricular standards, tools of a historian, put them together with some activities that they had suggested, and that's how it began. We then got, Larita had a wide network of teachers and belonged to Gamma Alpha, which is a retired teacher international society, and we have several of the docents, most of the docents are from there. So that's how it all came about. Every single year we get together and we make adjustments, we correct, we add, and we develop a better program.
And part of the program involves this room that we're in right now.
Yes, this is the Amma Mutsun room, and Val Lopez, who is the chairman, he met with us from the museum, and we asked him what we wanted to have for a special exhibit, and their historian, Ed Ketchum, put together recreating artifacts such as the ones behind me. They believe that artifacts should be buried with the people who made them. So everything in here has been recreated except for the animal pelts. This has been such a popular room, and it's right in the 3rd grade curriculum that the museum has left it so that we use this as a focal point of one of our activities. This is one of the stations the kids come to, as well as the house where they dress up as servants and do servant chores, which they absolutely love. And then they dress up as high-tone Victorian people and come in to tour the house and have tea. And then the 3rd station is out in the garden, which is really a timeline of Morgan Hill's history, which is one of the tools of a historian. So it's a very active, hands-on, fun day, and we have fabulous docents. There's 8 of them that help around and do the different stations.
Well, it's been a big boost to the Historical Society and to the community at large. And we thank you.
Thank you.
I'm Mark Turner, Mayor of Morgan Hill and the Director of Wreaths Across America, South County. For the last 10 years, we've been raising approximately $18,000 a year to place a memorial wreath on all of the veterans' graves who were buried here in Morgan Hill and Gilroy, the more than 1,200 veterans who are buried in South County. For the last 7 years, Larry W. Carr has been leading the effort, raising more than $4,000 to $6,000 each year and coordinating a team of volunteers to help receive those wreaths, clean the headstones here in the cemetery, marking those graves where veterans are buried, and also staging those wreaths for the morning of the event that takes place on the 3rd Saturday of December. It's for that reason that I'd like to recognize Larry W. Carr for his dedication, his commitment, and his effort to help make Wreaths Across America, South County, a success. Thank you, Larry.
As a 20-year veteran and the son of a World War II Army veteran, I have always had the greatest respect for our military. I first learned about Wreaths Across America after watching the annual placement of wreaths at Arlington National Cemetery on TV. Each year for the next 20 years, I sent a donation to Wreaths Across America to personally sponsor 10 of those wreaths to be placed at Arlington. Up until 8 years ago, I thought that Wreaths Across America ceremonies were only held at large national cemeteries like Arlington. Little did I know that Mark Turner had founded Wreaths South County and that the ceremonies were being held at both Morgan Hill and Gilroy. This was a program that I had to get personally involved with. As a member of the Knights of Columbus at St. Catherine, one of the key principles of the Knights of Columbus is patriotism. I took it up as my mission to spearhead the Knights' involvement with Wreaths Across America. For the past 7 years, this has been our major patriotic service project. Although I am both humbled and honored to accept this award, I must give special thanks and credit to Mark Turner for bringing Wreaths Across America to South County and to my brothers at the Knights of Columbus who stood side by side with me over these past 7 years. Thank you.
Hi everyone, we are filming this tonight at our newly remodeled Casa store, a place where Casas can come and shop for or bring their youth to shop for much needed items, clothing, shoes, toiletries, backpacks, school supplies, etc. All new, all donated, and all free. Child Advocates of Silicon Valley recruits, trains, and supervises court-appointed special advocates to work one-on-one with children in the foster care system. Casas spend time with their children. They get to know them, their hopes, their dreams, and they take and advocate for those children in the dependency system. They work one-on-one with a child in the dependency system, and they also work with the professionals and the caregivers in that child's life. They also write a report to the court, letting the court know how they're doing and advocating for their needs in the dependency court system. Tonight, we are honoring one of those CASA's court-appointed special advocates extraordinaire.
Hi everyone, my name is Angelina Rodriguez and I am the Lived Experience Specialist here at Child Advocates of Silicon Valley. I'm also the supervisor of CJ Young, and I have been alongside her journey as she's advocated for 3 youth and shown up with intentionality, selflessness, and consistency. It's my pleasure to introduce CJ Young, one of tonight's honorees.
Being a CASA volunteer is more than the community at large. It's about building that one-on-one relationship with a youth who has entered the dependency system to no fault of their own. These kids have been through things that most of us couldn't even imagine. I became a CASA so I could show up consistently for these youths. I survived my unconventional childhood because of those who showed up for me without judgment, and I hope to be that for as many kids as I can. And I couldn't do that without the support of my mentors and the Child Advocate staff.
Go CJ! Yay!
And Mr. Leibschutz, congratulations. You deserve this award. The amount of things that you've done for me, my friends, and I, helping us out on our road to Eagle Scout. Thank you so much. You know, the countless hours of paperwork and all those things that go along with getting the awards. Also just being there for us for merit badges or just any normal talk, you know. I really appreciate it. I wouldn't be the man I am today without you. So thank you and congratulations.
Hey, Mr. L. Congratulations on receiving this award. Just wanted to say it's inspiring to see all your dedication and years of service. Thanks for everything you've done for the troop and the community.
Hey, Mr. Leibschutz. Congratulations on your Philanthropy Award. I heard you just won that in Morgan Hill. That's amazing. You definitely deserve it. You are a great man who has helped so many young boys like myself, my little brother, others in Troop 730 create goals, chase them, and basically achieve our dreams. You have turned so many young boys like myself into great men like yourself, and I want to take a moment to thank you for all the hard work you have put in on and off the clock for so many people.
Congratulations, Mr. L, on the achievement. I can't think of anyone more appropriate for this award than you.
Hi, Mr. Leibschutz. Congratulations on getting the Morgan Hill Philanthropy Award. I wanted to say thank you for helping me earn my Eagle and so much more. And I'll never forget all the Gilroy Garlic Festivals and Mushroom Mardi Gras that we've done together. Thank you very much and congratulations.
Congratulations, Mr. L, on the Philanthropy Award. It was very well deserved. I always enjoy talking to you and hearing all your great stories. You made scouting very fun and very interesting. Thank you for all your help. Eagle Scout would have been much harder without you. Glad to see that you got recognized for all your hard work and also how the Stars doing tonight.
1, 2, 3.
Thank you, Mr. L. Thank you.
Courtney's Cause is a drowning prevention nonprofit based out of Morgan Hill, California. Drowning is the leading cause of death in children aged 1 through 4 and the second leading cause of death in children aged 5 through 15. Our goal is to end childhood drowning. We do this in 3 ways. Number 1 is providing swim scholarships for families and for people who want to become swim instructors. The second is through providing swimming lessons for children. And the third is through community education. Courtney Faith Andrews is the daughter of Christina and Jeff Andrews. She died tragically in a drowning accident in 2017 at a backyard pool party when she was only 3.5 years old. Christina founded Courtney's Cause in honor of her daughter to prevent drownings so that no other parents would have to experience the pain of losing their child to drowning. We are honoring Christina Andrews tonight because our organization wouldn't exist without her. To this day, her and her family are one of our top donors. And she works tirelessly to keep our organization going on top of being a mom, having a full-time job, and being a swim instructor. Her passion and her drive inspires us every day.
The American Association of University Women, established nationally in 1881, is a non-partisan, non-profit organization and a leading voice for equity and education for women and girls. Our Morgan Hill branch was founded in 1981, and we fund scholarships for high school seniors and college students, community action grants, STEM summer camps, leadership training, and equity programs through 100% of proceeds from our annual Wildflower Run, a much-loved Morgan Hill tradition. We host programs and candidates forums during election years, working with the city and local partners. Additionally, we engage in educational, climate, DEI, and other social, economic, and political issues pertaining to our mission.
As a member of the Morgan Hill branch of AAUW, I can tell you that Suman is a remarkable individual who embodies the spirit of dedication and creativity while constantly championing our mission of equity and education for all women and girls, infusing it with her unique and colorful creativity, producing truly impactful results. She successfully strives to light a fire under us branch members so that we make a difference in our community and beyond. Under her brilliant leadership, our branch has not only grown but thrived, earning 2023 Nonprofit of the Year recognition from the Chamber of Commerce. It's truly an honor to work alongside Suman and introduce her today.
Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I'm deeply honored and grateful. The transformative power of a collective voice to advance gender equity and education and improve the world is more important than ever today. Harnessing the power of a joint vision and working joyfully and collaboratively to help those who need it the most with extraordinary, smart, and dedicated women making positive change in Morgan Hill and nationally is just serendipity. And I thank you again.
Hi, this is Maddie. I'm the director of the Poppy Jasper National Film Festival. We are an 8-day film festival that takes place in the cities of Morgan Hill, San Martin, Gilroy, Hollister, and San Juan Bautista, with one day in San Jose celebrating Asian films. This past April, throughout the 8 days, we had 64 events in 12 venues. We hosted 350 filmmakers from 14 countries, 8 states, and throughout California. We also had 25 industry professionals that joined us in 5 panel discussions. This kind of success would not happen without the volunteers we have working on the festival throughout the year. Fran Fitzharris is one of those rare people who always go over and above what's needed. She's been instrumental in making our festival a success, not only in terms of logistics and operations, but in terms of creativity and innovation. Her support strengthens our resolve and energizes us. For example, she came up with the idea of creating a beer for the festival that incorporated 5 different breweries, each creating their own version of a recipe. We sell it throughout the festival. It's always a big hit and we always sell out. When I tell other film festivals we have our own beer, they're like, well, I want my beer for my film festival. If you start seeing other film festivals and events having their own beer, well, you know where it started. Fran, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for everything you've done for Poppy Jasper. You've made this festival better every year, and I will always be grateful to you. You are a rock star. Cheers to you and to everyone else who's honored tonight. Cheers. Yum.
Thank you, Morgan Hill Community Foundation and Maddie, for this honor. I love the festival so much. I love how it brings our communities together. I love the pride that it brings to our volunteers. And it excites me to see the directors as they're watching their films and watching the reaction of the audience. It's such a special time for us, and I love being part of it. I also want to send out a big cheers to the other honorees tonight. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Susan Hines, manager of the South Valley Science and Engineering Initiative. The South Valley Science and Engineering Initiative is a qualified 501c3 organization through our fiscal sponsor, the Morgan Hill Community Foundation. SEFC has a twofold mission. Number one is to promote youth engagement in STEAM, science, technology, engineering, art, and math, through community outreach. You've probably seen our Hands and Minds On activity booths at Art a la Carte, National Night Out, the Morgan Hill Historical Society's Youth Mariachi Concert and Family Picnic, and AAUW Morgan Hill's Wildflower Run. And the second part of our mission is to provide free, inclusive, public STEAM events for Morgan Hill and our surrounding communities. As SEFC segues from sponsoring the South Valley Science and Engineering Fair to hosting the August 8, 2024 Maker Fair Morgan Hill, our honoree, Peggy Martin, has been a guiding light. Peggy is not only an original board member of SEFC and our treasurer, but also continues to act as advisor, grant proofreader, and editor, networker, connector, and chief advocate. So please join me in congratulating my dear friend and SEFC's sensei and Philanthropy Night honoree, Peggy Martin.
Thank you so much, Susan. Thank you for that lovely introduction. And it is truly a pleasure to be part of the South Valley Science and Engineering Initiative. And what I notice at our local events is how enthusiastic and curious the children and young teens are about all the events that we have. As Einstein stated, the important thing is to never quit questioning. It is an honor to be part of this team, and I am very grateful, and thank you, Susan, for your outstanding leadership.
Thank you.
Hello, I'm Bob Lipscomb with the Morgan Hill Community Foundation, and I present to you the Susan and Charles Berghoff Foundation, our 2023 Philanthropy Night honorees. When it comes to philanthropy and the love of humanity, they exemplify that love. The work that they are doing not only affects people locally, but is affecting people broadly across the country. We're very appreciative of the people and the work of the Susan and Charles Berghoff Foundation, and we honor them.
The Susan and Charles Berghoff Foundation is representative of several areas of influence encompassed in the Morgan Hill Community Foundation's purpose: education, science, humane services. Their focus is on Lewy body dementia.
What? You know, the essence of any community foundation revolves around purpose and passion. And the Susan and Charles Berghoff Foundation obviously exemplifies both passion and purpose in what they do. More importantly, they take a look at the whole family with the work they do, both the individual as well as the community and the family around them. So for that, we're most appreciative. We're grateful for what you do in our community. We're happy to have you represented here tonight.
In 2017, my wife Sue's response to receiving a diagnosis of a fatal neurodegenerative disease that had no cure was that we had to find some way of making something positive come from her diagnosis to help others in the future. So first, on behalf of the Susan and Charles Burgoff Foundation, I'd like to thank the Morgan Hill Community Foundation for recognizing us tonight.
And I just want to say, we couldn't have done this without Sue Burgoff. We couldn't have done this without the Community Foundation. And we definitely couldn't have done this without the people of Morgan Hill. Thank you.
Thank you and congratulations.